Today on the channel we got something really cool, something brand new. The first, of course, of a series of 6, because there are 6 of them. I'm talking about the brand new Marvel Legends figures based on the Disney Plus shows. The first one up tonight, the one and only Moon Knight. Stay tuned. That's right, Moon Knight. Here it is. And as you can see, Marvel went back to the proper way of putting out a figure. You can see it. I can see Moon Knight. I can see his 2 little Egyptian sickles. I can see his hands that come with it. I can see everything. I could display it just like this and still look at my figure. None of that nonsense where the box is just painted in the front. I don't like that. And I like Moon Knight. I like the comic. I like the show. Let's get this under the camera. Let's open this thing up and talk about it. All right, here he is, the brand new Marvel Legends Moon Knight figure. Based off his Disney appearance, this is from the brand new wave, where it is the Infinity Ultron Build-A-Figure. As you can see, the back of the box gives you a breakdown of Moon Knight. Gives it to you in every language, actually, so I can read it, because it's not all clad in the ceremonial armor of Khonshu's chosen warriors throughout the centuries. Mark Spector is Moon Knight, sworn to obey Khonshu and deliver his vengeance accordingly. Marvel, as you can see, went back to the classic look after those last few turds that came out. You can now see the figure, you can see his attachments, you can see his weapons, you can see everything. I like it. Has the little hook gimmick hanging on your wall. This side of the box, the artwork of Moon Knight. This side of the box, the other side artwork of Moon Knight. Let's cut Moon Knight open and take a look at him. All right, there we go. Moon Knight took a little bit to get out of the box. Moon Knight, before I forget to point out, is the only figure in this line, as I zoom in closer, that does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. So let's start at his head. This thing looks good. That actually can pop off like all the Marvel Legends figures. You can see he's got the beautiful moon cloak, or the moon emblem, I should say. This really looks like real mummy wrapping. They did a really nice job shading and etching this in. You can see the white eyes, the hood moving down. Everything looks like a mummy wrap, just like it should. You know, he's fully articulate. He's moves good. Not super loose like some of the figures do. I'll move him out a little bit. See his little emblem logo there. All of this looks gorgeous. It looks just like a real Egyptian mummy. You know, there's his gold belt to hold his little codpiece together. I never really understood that. You can see the legs are really good. It's got the Egyptian writing on both of them. I like the little effect here. The codpiece itself, as you can see, it's tattered, so it looks like torn cloth around the edges, around at the bottom. That's all sculpted in there real nice. You know, moving down, we've got his boots. Stand him up here and move him in. You know, he's articulate everywhere. Looks really good. You can see that it's all the same color, but they use just a slight bit of etching and a little bit of shading to give it a little depth here, where you see the figure come in, you know, just to change. I'm going to pull up his hands here. The hands look great. You know, he's got the moon logo. If we can turn it slightly there, the moon logos are there at the end of the forearm. He's got his forearm wrap. And that mummified hand. The hands do have switch outs. So, but before we switch it out, as you can, well, we can do a quick switch out. We like to just switch out one hand. Oh, he's in there sturdy like that Iron Spider. We like the sturdy ones. We don't like the real loose ones, which some companies have. Oh, nope, this one goes in perfect. Now he's got the pow, the fist of fury. Looking around the cloak is gorgeous. So when you turn this around, and I'm going to zoom out, one of the most important things about Moon Knight, and another reason I think he's been compared to Batman a lot, is this iconic cape. And the cape is plastic. It has, you can probably stretch it a little bit if you want to take this out and pose him. But you can see it's got all the waves molded and sculpted in. It's that whitish color, but it's gray more so than white, and it's just a hint deeper than the rest of the costume, just to kind of show it off, because you can see it connects to his cloak head. But if we zoom in on this, I mean, that looks gorgeous. This really looks like an actual cloth cape that's being, you know, just blown around in the wind. Like I said, it's a very iconic part of the costume, and it travels all the way down. So he looks very, very good. I'm going to move him out of the way, and he comes with, of course, his weapons. Let's zoom in on the weapons here. Let's zoom in as good as we can. Here is his Moon Knight blade, which, you know, to me always kind of looked like the, if he held it in a circle, it would look like the Predator. But you can see here, it's gorgeous. It's got the, it's got all the Egyptian writing sculpted and etched in. It's a beautiful gold color, just a slightly dirtier gold because, you know, he does use these in battle. They're not scuffed or scraped like battle worn, but they do look really good. Comes with 2 of them, of course, 1 for each hand. Let's see how well these actually form into his hand as I zoom back out here a little bit. I really should invest in a nicer camera. And should just slide right in, which it does. So I've got the one hand for the grip and the one hand for the punch, you know, so you can take a lot of people for the pose for him. We'll take his little punching hand out. In case I forgot to say it, all right, all right, all right, all right. Slide this bad boy in. Let's try that a different way. There we go. So now he's got his 2 blades. This thing looks good. This is, like I said, now this is part of the Build-A-Wave that's coming out here. You're going to be building, but this Moon Knight does not come with a Build-A-Piece. Now, if you're ordering these by the case, I will tell you, it advertises that a case comes with 2 She-Hulks. That does not appear to be in question. Mine both came with 2 of these Moon Knights. You do get other figures in the line, which I will be going over. Aside from Moon Knight, you also have Mr. Knight. You have Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, and Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter to me is kind of a throwaway. And they do build the Infinity Ultron. You know, these are based off the Disney Plus line. But yeah, this is the one I waited for. This is the one my son waited for. I think everybody's waiting for. This is Moon Knight. And as you can see, he looks gorgeous. I mean, he is one of the better figures. And they went back to the old classic, able to see the figure in the box. I can't put this one over enough. That's great. He, like I said in the review, he does not come with the Build-A-Figure piece, but it has one good-looking figure. It's sturdy, as you could see when I popped the arms out. Even when I put his sickles in, it held really well. It's just really good. It's very detailed. There's not a lot of Moon Knight figures out there. Diamond Select has this one out through strictly through Disney. It's bigger, of course. It's very nice. There was the one that was, I believe, the original Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legend is long gone, but this is the brand new one. Some places are starting to get them in. Some say you won't get them until next year. I got mine. This is Moon Knight. We're going to be back. We've also got Mr. Knight. We've got She-Hulk. We've got Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, Ms. Marvel, Sharon Carter. We're going to do She-Hulk next, but that was Moon Knight. Go pick it up. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Get one today from Entertainment Earth. The link's in the comments. Let me know if you like the Moon Knight show. Give a like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.